Welcome to my live. Welcome to my channel. Let's see who's up. I am so sleepy, but I'm like, let me come on now because there's no way I'm going to come on next week because I'm supposed to work 7 days straight. This job is finishing up and they have me on a schedule for 7 days straight. So I know that I'm going to be way too tired to come live next week and finish off the month of August. So let's see who's up. I was going to come on earlier, but I was out today. Then I got in late and I had to charge my phone. Hey, Amber. Hey, user K1H. Never seen that name on here. Hey, Paradigm. How you been? Thanks again, Amber, for the birthday gift. I really appreciate it. Yes, thanks to everybody. When you come in the chat, do me a favor, click like for me. A couple of people wanted to know like what happened for my birthday and stuff like that. So I'm just coming, live to break it down and tell y'all what happened. Thank you. And to also like talk about birthday trauma, birthday drama, and how birthdays really impact us spiritually, and impact our lives pretty much. Just let me get my thoughts together because I'm exhausted. I got my wine tonight, which I don't need to be drinking if I'm tired. But yes, thank you to everybody who thank you to everybody. My birthday was August 15th. But thank you to everybody who sent a Zelle or a Cash App. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Through the years, things have changed on my channel. Years ago, I used to get hundreds of dollars for my birthday, and that doesn't happen anymore, so the few people that did send me a birthday, financial blessing, thank you so much. And, you will be blessed for blessing me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Survivorship. Their loss, your game. Paradigm said, good planning to go on vacation for Chicago to reset myself and meet up with a buddy of mine. You're going or you went already? Oh, you're going next week? Nice. You're, Paradigm, what are you, a Pisces? If I can remember correctly, are you a Pisces? No, Leo. Are you a Pisces or a Leo? I don't know why. I don't remember your sign. Hey, Star. Why don't you manifest what you want using the law of assumption? I do. I really, really do. I do manifest a lot. Oh, Pisces. Okay. See, I got a good memory. Okay, so I put up a post about being flaked by the male species, right? I just want to make it clear I did not get flaked by a lover. All right. I got flaked by a male friend that I've been friends with for like maybe over 10 years now. And I'm not hurt by it or anything like that. I'm a content creator, so I take my life and I make content about it, and I share certain things and certain portions of my life to kind of help people pretty much, but yeah, so let's start from the beginning. I have to get used to my new normal. So growing up, my mom and my parents always made a big deal about my birthday. Some of you have horrible birthdays and you don't like to celebrate your birthday now as an adult. I am the opposite. I always, no matter how toxic, my household had been or different things had happened in my life, I didn't grow up without material things. I grew up without the emotional part and the love part. You know, I grew up with other abusive things, but I never really lacked material wise, right? And this is something that I'm still learning to go without, or to grow out of not needing to depend on, right? Even though I am a spiritual teacher, I'm a spiritual healer, there's still some things that I am growing out of. So this is my new norm. You know, when I was in my 20s, when I was in my 30s, I was surrounded by narcissists and people who I thought were my friend. So they, you know, most of my birthdays were always this big event. Angelique, what are you doing for your birthday? What are you doing for your birthday this year? Everyone looked forward to what I was doing for my birthday. Whether we were going to a club, whether we were going to a dinner. You know, I used to have birthday events where there'd be 20 people sitting at the table. That doesn't exist anymore. So that is my new norm. You know, and then there's some of you who you didn't have good birthdays growing up. Now you have to learn how to celebrate yourself. You know, now you have to learn, you know, whatever your parents or your family didn't give you, or friends didn't give you in the past, now you have to learn to create that for yourself. If I didn't create a good birthday for myself, I would never had a good birthday this year. You know, it was a lot of energy, weird energy, spiritual energy. You know, we was in Mercury retrograde during Leo season. People fucking weirdos. Weirdos in my DM, weirdos in my email, weirdos on my phone. I mean, what the hell is going on? It was such weird energy spiritually going on that I said, oh no, I'm going to make sure I have a good birthday. Even if I got to sit by myself, I'm going to do that. And I actually ended up having a great birthday because I made it happen. I wasn't going to let one or two or whoever, one monkey stop the show. You can't do that. You can't sit in the house moping on your birthday because people won't do shit for you. Do it for yourself. You know, I spent a lot of money. I don't even want to talk about it. But I feel it was worth every dollar because I was able to provide that for myself. I didn't have a good 40th. And my 41st was, it was rocky. So I made up for the last 2 years, being that I didn't have too much of a great birthday for my 40th and my 41st. And I was broke as hell. I was broke as hell for my 40th. I was unemployed for my 40th birthday, unemployed for my 41st birthday. And I just decided to celebrate myself and to give things to myself and not let anybody ruin it. So yes, I sat in a restaurant looking fine as hell with my hair done, my makeup done, my dress was beautiful, smelling good, on my birthday night in a nice restaurant by my damn self. No, I didn't cry. No, I didn't feel stupid. No, I didn't feel like people were looking at me. No, I didn't feel like a loser. I felt grateful. A lot of people don't make it to 42. I felt grateful. I felt beautiful. I felt expensive. I felt bold. I felt proud. I felt many things, you know, and then, you know, when the wait staff came out to give me a surprise little dessert and they sung happy birthday to me, the restaurant was turning and looking at me like, what the hell? She by herself? Like, is she joking? Is it really her birthday? You know, looking like they wanted to look at my ID. It's okay. You came out the cooch by yourself. Even if you were a twin, both your twins didn't come out the cooch together, right? You came out by yourself in the womb. Celebrate yourself. Now, if you're religious and you don't really care about birthdays, you don't count years or this or that, that's your business. This is not for you. But you know, a lot of people in my family didn't even make it to 42. My favorite aunt died at 40. She was in shape. She was beautiful. She went to work one day and didn't come home. She had a brain aneurysm at work. She dropped dead at work. All right. And literally did not come home. So for me, birthdays, living an extra year is huge. It's very important to me. You know, that's why I make a big deal. I also make a big deal about birthdays because my mom, growing up, she always made a big deal. Even when she didn't have a lot of money, she always baked me a cake. She always gave me two cards where she wrote front and back, like literally love letters to me of how much she loved me and how great of a daughter I was and all that stuff. So it's a small thing. So my mother started off this pattern, basically. All right, let me go back because y'all is just chatting up a storm in here. Okay, let's see. Our soul says birthdays are overrated. Maybe they are. Maybe they are for some people. All right, let's see. Enjoy your trip, Paradigm. Be safe out there. Survivorship says adversity gives us wisdom from the lessons we gain from it. Very true. Alex says, I relate to this, girl. I mean, my birthday was never a big thing until my early 30s. Yes, you got to create your new norm. So if you grew up and you have shitty birthdays, then make your birthday non-shitty. You get it? And then I got to learn how to just make my birthday, not so extravagant all the time. It could just be something simple and nice, right? Thank you so much, Alex, for the birthday wishes. Amber says, this year was different for me too. I felt very alone, but very blessed. I'm glad my perspective changed. Blessed to be alive. And Paradigm says, exactly. I'm definitely in the self-taught route. It's part of God's willing. Alex says, hi. Alex says, I love that you showed up for yourself on your birthday as you should. Paradigm says, some family members tried to talk me out of this trip, but I made it clear I'm rolling solo. Now, when it comes to trips, a lot of if you can't avoid telling people you're going on a trip, I suggest you avoid telling people you're going on a trip. I am taking a solo trip next month. I'm not telling anybody, where I'm going. One of my friends knows exactly where I'm going, but that's like my superstitious thing. I don't tell people where I'm going. You just see where I'm going until I get there. If you see me on social media or I might do a video, then you know where I'm going. Try to not tell people where you're going, or you on the road already. Hey, I left the state. I left the country. Just do that, Well, last time I left the country, I was on the plane already when I texted my ex and said, oh, I'm on my way to Mexico for 8 days. He's like, what the hell? Okay, I'll check on you when you get to Mexico. And he hit me up on WhatsApp. Sometimes you have to do that because people like to plant doubts in your mind, seeds of doubt in your mind that can grow. And a lot of people's weird. Some people trying to ruin your trip, do some type of witchcraft on you. You gotta be careful, Jennifer says, oh, I hope that you still enjoyed it to the fullest. I did. I really did. 365, you are exceptional in your growth. Alex says, exactly. Nothing wrong with celebrating yourself. Amber says, people who can't be alone scare me. We will all die alone. So when men say you're going to die single and alone, that's not a threat to me. It's not a threat to me either. What is this? I don't know what that say. Hopefully that is not I think that's in Spanish, but hopefully you're not cursing me out in Spanish in my own live. But yeah, so let's go back to how I ended up by myself on my birthday. So August 10th, 5 days before my birthday, one of my friends who we worked together, she was going to be working on my birthday because my birthday fell on Friday. So she was like, oh, let's go a few days before your birthday and do something, celebrate. So we did. And we went to a candle making class and then to my favorite restaurant in Manhattan. Another thing is, you know, one thing I learned is I don't push the fact that I celebrate myself onto my friends. Keep in mind, I literally just became friends with this girl. I think her and I've been friends for like 4 months now. Like, we have not known each other that long, right? I'm sorry, I'm tired, so I'm gonna be tongue tied, right? So we haven't known each other for that long. And so the candle making class was pretty expensive. It was over $100. And she wanted to pay for it. And I said, no, absolutely not. So I paid for the candle making class and she paid for the dinner. And we even split the Ubers. This girl just met me 4 months ago. She spent over $200 that night. And then on top of that, she gave me a birthday gift. And on top of that, her mom gave me a birthday gift. Now, I was tearing up. I was crying about that because it's sad when somebody you just met a few months ago can do a lot more for you than somebody you've known for 10, 11 years, right? And I'm not mad at my friend who flaked on me for my birthday. I'm not mad at him for flaking or not going. I'm mad at him for not communicating, right? So nothing happened to him. He's not dead. He's not sick. Nobody's sick in his family. I think he didn't go because he was broke. That's fine. We're grown. I'm in my 40s. He's in his late 40s. He's almost 50 years old. So I cannot condone behavior like that. His birthday was February 14th. Keep in mind, guys, I got something in my eye and I don't know what it is. It's probably something with these damn lashes. Keep in mind, guys, back in February, I was dating somebody, seriously, right? So, my friend that flaked on me, he said, oh, can you go out with me for my birthday? I was like, your mom, nobody, your siblings, like, your best friend, nobody planned anything for your birthday? He was like, no. So I'm like, okay, I don't want my friend to be by himself on his birthday. So I said, okay, cool. So I hung out with my boo February 11th, right? Because I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day anyway. But I was like, yo, I'll hang out with him. I hung out with my boo February 11th. And then February 14th, I actually went out with my homeboy for his birthday. That might sound crazy to some people, but, the person I was dating, he knows about this friendship. I've asked them, did they want to meet each other? So there's no funny business going on. I made things happen so that my friend would not be by himself on his birthday. Now, August comes, it's my birthday, and you got me sitting up in the motherfucking restaurant by myself. So we already had discussed this. Like, I saw somebody comment something in the comment on my video talking about, oh, maybe that friend felt pressured because you only invited them for your birthday. Stop talking on things that you don't know about. Y'all watch a 5-second video and you think you know all the details of somebody's life, or you think you know details of my life. Him and I have spent our birthdays together where it would literally be just him and I before, okay? Because a lot of people be in relationships for Valentine's Day. A lot of people don't want to go outside in New York City in Valentine's Day because it is extremely crowded. And a couple of times, a few years, especially if I was single, we hung out for each other's birthdays, hung out for his birthday for Valentine's Day, right? But anyway, it's all about communication. If you value somebody's friendship, you value the relationship that you have with somebody, you're not going to ghost them. So him and I had a conversation. He said he actually was being forced to take a week off in August because he works so much and has PTO. He's one of those people who goes to work and doesn't have a life. He don't go on vacation. He doesn't go anywhere. He goes to work and home. Work and home. That's it. So his job was forcing him to take a week off in August. So I was like, oh, okay, what week are you going to take off? He was like, I could take off the week of your birthday. Keep in mind, he's off on Fridays anyway. Friday is the day my birthday fell on. So even if he didn't take a week off for vacation, he still would have been off of work on my birthday on that Friday. Then if he couldn't make it to dinner, we could have did brunch on Saturday, because he don't gotta be to work till 11 p.m. because he works 11 to 7 in the morning. Okay, so it wasn't about him not being able to go. We're all grown. Sometimes we're broke. We don't have money. Something happens in our life, whatever. Communicate. You don't disappear on your friend and then want to text them on their birthday talking about some dry ass happy birthday. The fuck is wrong with you? Then I don't respond to him. Then the next day he texts me, how was your birthday? Get the fuck off my phone. Are you dumb? Get off my phone. That's disrespectful. I did not ghost you. Even when I had a man, I didn't ghost you on your birthday and let you sit up on your birthday on Valentine's Day by your motherfucking self when nobody did nothing for him. There's been birthdays where I've bought him gifts. I bought him outfits for his birthday. I've taken him out. So you do not repay people who have been good to you. All right? He has this woman he's been sleeping with for years. This bitch don't do nothing for him. All right? I'm your female friend and I look out for you. The woman that you laying down with doesn't do anything for you. You should value platonic relationships, because it's not easy to find a woman who's going to do that, or a male friend who's going to do certain things for you, and it's platonic, meaning they don't want to sleep with you, they don't want nothing from you. All they want you to do is reciprocate and respect them. That's it. That was it. If he would have said, Ange, I'm broke, I would have said, no problem, I'll pay for you and me. I already budgeted in money for my birthday. I'm grown. If my friend can't pay for me, I got us. I'm good. I'll pay for dinner for you and I. But just not communicating because he's a man and he's an ego. He fucked up a 10-year friendship by not communicating. I don't want to be friends with him because, one, if you can't be real and authentic and say, listen, I'm broke, or, I feel some kind of way because it's your birthday and I can't afford to pay for your dinner. I don't want to be friends with someone who can't be real and authentic with me. You want to hide and act like you're not broke? Everybody knows he's broke. Everybody knows his financial problems. He's the only one that thinks nobody knows what's really going on with him. I have more finances than him because I don't have children. He has 2 children. I don't have children. He's working a dead-end job because he refuses to elevate in life. You think we don't know? We know. We see what's going on in your life. But because of his ego, he wants to pretend like nobody knows his circumstances. I'm one of those friends. If you don't got it, I got us. I remember when, what was it, in 2021 and 2022, my friend, she wanted to go to Mexico with me. She didn't have enough to go to Mexico. I paid for the hotel. That's the kind of friend I am. If you don't got it, I got it. If I don't have it, I hope you got it. It's really not that serious. So don't ruin good friendships by not communicating and being authentic with people. That's how you fuck it up and you lose good friends. I've had 3 people this month reach out to me asking for us to rekindle our friendship. And this is not an ego post. This is not an ego video. I know I'm a good person. I know I'm a good friend. But I realize I'm not going backwards. It's time to just move forward. So be careful with that. People reaching out to you, want to rekindle friendships. Even if they're a good person, move forward. There's a reason why y'all friendship broke up to begin with. Do you know how hard it is for people to change? You know how hard it is for people to grow? This man's almost 50 years old acting like this. He's 49 years old acting like this. And I'm 42 and he's 49. Grow the fuck up. Okay? I don't have no time for that. As you get older, I know a lot of my supporters, y'all are in your 20s, y'all in your 30s. The older you get, by the time y'all hit my age, y'all not gonna have patience with people like this. You will be by your damn self on that plane, sitting on the beach, sucking on a pina colada, soaking up the sun by yourself than to deal with emotionally immature people. Like, fuck out of here with that. I don't have no time for that. I'd rather be by myself. Oh, you 51? He needs to grow up. Amber says, I noticed the man who disrespect the divine feminine age faster and end up lonely in the end. You look like a goddess on your birthday. Thank you. Hey, Alicia. Thank you again for the birthday gift. Just got home. Thanks for going live. You're welcome. No, I don't like him. I'm not attracted to him. Y'all gotta understand, guys. People can be platonic friends. I don't have any sexual attraction to this man. I love him as a friend. That's it. I have always had male friends. I know how to have platonic friendships with men. No. If you ask me, do I love my ex, the one I broke up with in May? Yes. That's the only man that I love in a romantic sense. That's it. There is nobody else on this planet right now that I love in a romantic tone. No. Absolutely not. I do not like this guy at all. What you hear in my voice is disappointment. Imagine you build a friendship for 10, 11 years for this person to turn around and give you their ass to kiss. That's what you hear. You don't hear no attraction, no sexual attraction, no romantic love. I do not like this man at all. At all. All right? The only man that I still love is my ex, which I'm still healing from. All right? Unfortunately, the Virgo. Okay? Libra Sun Aquarius Moon says, not only the ego part, I think people just be jealous and embarrassed. I think a part of him is jealous of me because y'all know me, guys. You know, like I'm about to be unemployed again September 21st. Y'all know me. Y'all seen me go up and down. Y'all know that when I crash low, I always come back harder. No matter how many jobs I lose or how much money I lose, I always come back, and I come back harder and flyer. He's not like that. You know, I'm not trying to talk bad about him, but he is miserable, you know, because he is making himself miserable. He's been on a job for 30 years. He doesn't make a lot of money. Why are you still there? Why haven't you elevated? If you hate that job that much, if that job is making you live from paycheck to paycheck, why the fuck are you still there? Why? Then he has like reading problems. He can read, but he doesn't read well. Go get that. New York has free courses that can teach you how to read. Then he said he want to travel. He don't got a passport. So he be seeing me going on my trips. He get jealous at that. You can't be jealous about something you're not fixing. People just don't have it in them, and they get jealous because they see that things that naturally come to you, they can't do. You know, I can't force him to be someone he's not. I've already had many talks with him. I've already given him, you know, as much information as I can give to help him. But that's not my job to elevate you. You're not my husband. You're not my man. I don't got to elevate you. My life should be a living example. He should be like, damn, this girl be by herself. She go out of the country by herself. Anything she says she gonna get, she get it. If one job don't work out, she quit, she get another job. I should be already a motivation for him. I can't make him be a better person or a better man. I don't build men. Women are not supposed to build men. I don't build men. Absolutely not. I don't got no sons. Hey, India, babe. Yeah, he pays child support for one of his children. The other one is 18. The other one is not his birth child. He has one birth child, and then he raised his stepdaughter. But, you know, that's sad. But you know what? What is it, Igor? maybe you're right. Maybe it's time, 2025 equals year 9. Year 9 means completion. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's time for me to end the friendship with him. It's done. Because maybe he can't be my friend. I could be his friend, but he can't be my friend. I'm not oblivious to that. Some men can't be platonic friends with women. Maybe he's like, oh, I want to be with this woman, da 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 da, and she's doing this and she's doing that, and I feel less of a man in her presence. Good. Bye. Goodbye. Because I don't have to deal with that bullshit. Angie Williams says, most men operate out of ego. Yep. You're absolutely right. India says, he better not be broke. He's always at work. 365, life and time will shift out the deadbeat friends. You're absolutely right. And I'm not going to sit there and say he's a horrible person. He's not a horrible person. He's just operating in his lower self, and he is not pushing himself to the capacity that he can in life. There you go. I don't even know where those words came from. That is the most eloquent, kindest way that I can say it. I'm not even operating in the highest that I can. I need to be more creative. I need to be using all of my spiritual gifts, all of my talents. But this man has been operating in such a low vibration for so long that everybody around him is elevating and he's not. And it's like he's just stuck in this cycle. And that's another thing, guys. You're going to see people who are just stuck in this cycle. But you got to just keep moving. You cannot wait for people to grow to catch up to you. So what am I not supposed to do? Not supposed to dress a certain way, go to certain places, don't go on vacations because he is behind? No. Absolutely not. You can't do that. And there's some people who feel they surpassed me and they don't want to deal with me. And it's like, oh, she didn't get married or she didn't have children. She's I'm doing this and I'm doing that and she's not doing that. Right? Hey, do what you got to do. Cut the cord. You know what I'm saying? Cut the cord. Did I miss anything? Give him grace. Everyone deserves a second chance. Nah. This is not like a first time dealing with his ego problems. This has been going on and off for a while. At one point we didn't talk for 1 year because of his behavior. So yeah, no. Sometimes when you don't get it together, you got to lose people during your process. And I'm going to be real with you. 10 years from now, he's going to be in the same place. He is. I believe so. I believe in 10 years he'll be in the same place. I feel like me cursing him out is giving me, not cursing him out was me giving him grace. Me remaining silent, me not saying what I really want to say to him because I know it would break him, that is giving him grace. He's had enough grace. Keep in mind, he's almost 50 years old. So we've been friends since, what? 38, 39. Now he's 49. Bro, get it together. Get it together. Amber says, this is why I had to literally delete almost all my social media, and I'm on the verge of deleting TikTok. It's too draining, and people think they know you and speak on things they know nothing about. Oh gosh. Angie Williams says, respect and love for the relationships to blossom, no matter what the relationship is. 365, abusers make excuses for abusers too. That's facts. Killer Ant Bean, is he your man or your friend? He's my friend. Well, he was my friend, past tense. Angie Williams says, yeah, people don't simply have the comprehension and understanding that that pe- between two people, in order to have a healthy relationship, you have to be able to have integrity and communication. Communication is huge in all relationships. Communication is huge, and you'll be surprised, a lot of people cannot communicate. A lot of people, grown, I'm talking grown, they can be a CEO, they can have money in the bank, they can be have all these degrees, all right. I'm talking about people who, like, everyone looks up to, just shut down, and I'm talking to them, they're like this, and I'm going hello, and they're going stonewall, can't talk, can't communicate, and I'm going, what the fuck, are you kidding me? Is this a grown person? Whoa, you are fooling everybody. You are a child emotionally. This is scary. Everybody think you that girl, everybody think you that man, and you are a kid. You have the emotional intelligence of a peanut. What is this? Scary. And I am so thankful that I'm able to verbalize and communicate my emotions and control my emotions and say what I need to say and say what I feel, process my emotions. I know how to sit in them. I know how to think over them. I know how to sort them. I know how to process them. You know, a lot of motherfuckers can't do that. And they wonder why their relationships and friendships crash and burn. Whoa, whoa, whoa. India says, I'm 29 and I don't have patience for nonsense. Sucking on what? You funny. Sucking on a pina colada. Not what you think. Angie says, I'm 53. Yes, ma'am. I'm 49 and I can never be just friends with a woman. I can respect that. I get it. Yeah, some people can't be just friends with the opposite sex. Paradigm says, I'm already at this point due to high emotional intelligence. My peace is more important than chaos. Is that Karen? I'm 55 and can't stand drama. Amen. Happy birthday, Angie. Jeffrey, I love you forever and always. Thank you. Angie Williams says, but isn't he an ex? Who? The guy I was just talking about? No. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. What made you think that my ex broke up with me? My ex didn't break up with me. I broke up with my ex. That's a nice try. No, love. No. I only been broken up with one time in my life. I was 21 years old. All right? I was 21 years old. I'm 42 now. I've only been broken up with one time in my life. All right? In a relationship. People just don't leave me. Okay? No. I broke up with my ex. Okay? We don't gotta talk about why. You know, my ex and I, we cool. He bought my birthday cake. My ex bought my birthday cake. That was nice of him. He's actually trying to see me. My ex hasn't seen me since we broke up. We broke up in May. He's trying to see me. For what, I don't know. You know, he ain't getting none, so I don't know why he's trying to see me. Who, the friend and I? No. The friend and I, no. The friend and I are platonic. Guys, I have had many platonic male friends since I was a child. I know that's something that is that like taboo? Nothing. Do he like me? Probably yes. Is that my business? No. India says, yeah, that was so wrong of him. As always, those damn Virgos. I attract a lot of Virgos. Angie says, I don't think it's meant for you guys to be friends. Yeah, it's time to wrap it up. Do I have Persian friends? No. I used to work with them. Not fully friends, but I used to work with Persian people. at once upon a time, going back to like 2019. Alex says he should at least try to get his passport. Please. No building man workshops, Dominique. Nope. India says it's definitely time to end the friendship. I'm doing well. What is that? I don't know how to say your name. Spell? I'm going to say spell. Everybody says break it off, break off the friendship. Oh Lord. I'm already getting some what you call it up in here. India says we are no longer tolerating the disrespect. It was your special day. Alicia says I don't think this is the first time he's done this to you, right? He's never ghosted me on my birthday. I told the story. Good memory, Alicia. I told the story of, it was like sometime this year. I invited him out for happy hour, and then I got in front of the restaurant and I didn't see him. I was like, where the hell is he? This happened like a few months ago. It was sometime this year. So I call him and I'm like, dude, where are you? He's like, oh, hey, how you doing? I fell asleep. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go in the restaurant. I have my drinks. I order some wings. And then he pops up at the restaurant. And I'm like, you good? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, sometimes people want to end things, but people are spiritually pussy. Let me repeat that again. Sometimes people want to end things with you, but they're too spiritually pussy. They want to end the relationship with you. They want to end the friendship with you, so they create these scenarios to get you to do the work because they too pussy to do it for themselves. So, being that that's what I'm feeling or I'm smelling you're trying to do, goodbye, motherfucker. I did the work for us. You know, a lot of men do that too. They'll cheat a woman like shit, just, you know, because they don't want to be the bad guy. They don't mind being the bad guy by treating you like shit, but they don't want to be the bad guy that broke up the relationship or asked for a divorce. You know, that's the game, you know, a lot of men be playing. Basically. India says he's definitely miserable, right? All right, you gotta go. What happened? Where's my time? Oh, there it goes. Put the people in timeout. I gotta put you in timeout. You asking about Iran and Persia and all these things. Please get out on my live with that. I said, bruh, stop asking that question. Right? I got them out of here. Igor says, if your energy is not a match, then just don't match. Elevate yourself by surrounding yourself with people better than you, not worse. Yeah, pretty much. I'm really happy. I manifested a female friend, and it's such a blessing. It seems it's not that it seems too good to be true, but she is everything that I wrote in my manifestation book, and it's so scary. We're so much alike. She's Black American, I'm Black American. Her mom has spiritual gifts. She has spiritual gifts. So she comes from a lineage of spiritual women like myself. We realized we live literally around the corner from each other. I had never seen this girl ever in my life. It's so scary. There are days where I'm thinking of something and then it comes out of her mouth. You know, I wanted to pick something up, and when I met up with her, she had it in her hand. Like, that's how connected we are, you know? Very scary. She's a Scorpio. I have Scorpio in my chart. She has Leo in her chart. It's just so many similarities and things that I wrote in my manifestation book that I wanted in a female friend, and I actually manifested it this year. And I'm so thankful. And there's no funny business or anything like that. She hasn't did anything yet that makes me go, is there something wrong with this girl? I actually was with her earlier. We did a little bit of grocery shopping together and walked around Target, and then we went out to lunch. Very nice. She's so giving. I have to tell her stop giving to me, and be very careful giving, because she could be too much of a giver and people can try to take advantage of her. The only difference is that she's much younger than me. She's in her 20s. And I was trying to manifest somebody more my age, but she's such an old soul that I don't even realize her age half the time until we start talking about men. She's a little bit, not experienced when it comes to men because she's so young. And she's not fast ass, but that's the only time I really realized that I have to kind of like talk about men in a different tone because she doesn't really have that knowledge. But I'm so thankful I was able to manifest her. And she made my birthday very special. And she actually went out with me twice. We went out on August 10th, then we went out on August 17th. So I'm really, really thankful for her. And I don't know what I'm going to do for her birthday because she really outdid herself. And because she keeps talking so well about me, her mom got me a birthday gift. And I was like, what is this? I had not been loved like that. My mom used to do that. My mom, like, used to, if I spoke highly of somebody, she would cook for them, love on them, buy them things, give them money. Like, if my mom saw I had a friend that I loved and cared about, she used to show them love too. And that's how her mom is. And I think that's beautiful. It is a different experience being friends with somebody who had a loving mother. And I noticed that I attract women in the past. I kept attracting girls or women that were like, their mothers weren't shit. It's a horrible experience being friends. And I know that it's not your fault if your mother wasn't shit. But it is a different type of friendship and love when you are friends with people who or especially a woman, where their mother loved them. It's a different kind of friendship. They know how to navigate in friendships much better most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. Okay. 365 says, come on now. Her speech in this video has shown grace towards that guy. India says he knows what he's doing. There's a thin line between grace and enablement. Yep. Angie Williams, yes. The top 4 components for any relationship to be healthy within is being healed before even starting is the integrity, respect, and communication and love. Angie Williams, you're so hilarious, funny, but thank you for the birthday love. You're welcome. Oh God, let me put these people on timeout. Okay. I don't know who these people are, so let me get these people out of here, guys. I always get, they just trolls. This video is not about narcs. Angie says, yeah, in the zodiac's knowledge, Virgos are known for not making a lot of money. Really? All the Virgos I know got money. Okay, we're gonna get you out of here. Okay, let's see. Shaka says, hey sis, eyebrows are tea. Thank you. Hey, Leo, the goddess. I'm like that too. I don't tell people where I'm at till I'm there. Yup. Stop responding to the. Did I get all the trolls out, guys? Hey, handsome rude boy, how you been? Y'all soulmates? Do you like her? Who? Oh, the girl. Oh, the. I don't know. We might be soul friends. I'll say that. Yeah, it's very possible. She might be. Yeah, I do think friends could be soulmates. I think she could be a soulmate. That's true. Oh, but not soulmates like in a sexual way. I don't like girls. She's definitely a soul friend. Um, yeah, she's so sweet and innocent. I'm very protective. Like when we're at work, it'd be old, nasty old men my age, old ass men be trying to. I'm like, if you don't get away from my little sister, she's in her prime. All right, she's in her early 20s. She don't need to be with no 37-year-old man. Get up out of her face. She be cracking up. She be laughing. Yeah, she is green. She's not green when it because she has spiritual gifts. She can see people's um true nature. Like she could see spirits on people and stuff like that. Like she'll be like, "Oh yeah, that guy's an addict," or that guy's a pervert, or that guy has like, she could see like the demons on people. But as she doesn't have the experience when it comes to men, basically. Shaka says my mom would do the opposite. She would eat up my friends. What? Interesting. User K says, why do you think we don't get our manifestation when we want to, when we use the law of assumption? Sometimes you don't manifest what you want is because you have a lacking mindset. So it's really you're the tool, basically. I mean, the universe doesn't know the difference, but whatever you think is what comes to life, pretty much. Oh, okay. Alex says, I think what that person meant by in the zodiacs, the Virgos don't make a lot of money. Actually, they do, but are and can be frugal with their money. Um, I find Capricorns out of the Earth signs. I find Capricorns more frugal with their money. That's just my opinion of it. Um, this is the most generous Virgo I've ever dealt with. The female Virgos that I was friends with in the past, they were very generous. Like if we went out somewhere, they're like, "Don't worry about it, I got it." They pulling hundreds out, they swiping their card. They didn't care. They like nice things. They like to dress nice, go to nice places, be around men who had money. The Virgos were spenders. They always hustled up the money. They worked really hard for it. I've met a couple of dark-sided Virgos. So whenever I meet like a really, really dark-sided Virgo, they're cheap as fuck. They just want to use you. My ex is not. He's like in between. He's light and dark. He's very giving, very, very giving. He's never said no to me. You know, anything I ever want, he has gotten it and still will give it to me. But it come with a price because they'll give it to you because they want to have access to you, pretty much. But yeah, Virgos are not normally. They're responsible. They need to make sure they pay their bills first, but they will spend. But if you come across a Virgo that's always trying to use you for money, run, because that's not them. They're more givers. They are an acts of service sign. They get something, they get off of giving, basically. The other day I went a watermelon, and this watermelon truck is near my ex's job because it's hard to find seeded watermelons in New York City. So he's like, yeah, I have a watermelon guy. I said, well, pick me up a watermelon and then drop it to me. And he was like, yeah, I just got to get paid first. And I'm like, oh, I'll send you the money for the watermelon. No, I don't even want to talk to you right now. No, I'll get back to you. I'll tell you when I got the watermelon. He won't even let me pay for the watermelon. Like, you doing too much. It's a fucking watermelon. Like, come on. Like, he gets insulted. There's even times in a relationship where if we're out having dinner and I slide my card, he'll look at me like, are you dumb? Like, don't disrespect me. Put your card away. So if most Virgo men are providers and they're givers. So if you come across a Virgo man, he's like, oh, let me get a couple of dollars. Most likely he's a Virgo narcissist or dark-sided Virgo. They're users. So yeah, if your manifestations are not coming fast, it's because it's your lack of your mindset, because it's really your power in your mind that is causing the chain reaction for the universe. Whatever you believe is going to come true. I just believe astrology is true. Astrology is based on the planets, and I believe the creator created the planets. The system of astrology is true. And I have been people watching my whole life. And there's been times where I look at somebody and go, you're a Virgo. And they go, how the fuck you know that? I'm like, oh, you acting like one. So there is certain traits that you cannot deny, basically. But I don't care. If you don't believe in astrology, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I use it as a cheat code. It has helped me to identify and get along with certain people and to understand people. If you decide to go your whole life never using astrology, that's fine with me. I'm not a person who tries to make people believe. I only talk the language of astrology to people who believe in astrology. Excuse me. Angie says, yeah, there are different types of soulmates. People are misconstrued about the word soulmate. Yeah, I think my mom was one of my soulmates. So yeah, I think this girl could be one of my soulmates. Definitely. She's definitely my soul friend. I got a New York accent. I think so. I'm from New York. I'm from Queens, New York. I love my New York accent. Destiny matrix chart. I have no idea what that is. Angie says that's because Virgos are the lower level Aquarians of the teachers. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Do I believe okay, so when you were born, the planet and the earth and the planets were in a certain frequency when you were born. So you were born into a certain frequency. Then there was a frequency in your parents. Then there was a frequency in the room. Then there was a frequency in your soul. You get it? So everything ties into it. What happened that day? Like if you were born on a full moon or you were born during eclipse season, that impacts you throughout your life. The frequency your mom was in when she was carrying you for those 9-10 months. Everything is connected. It's not just about astrology, but it's all about the frequency in that time. And when you look back at it and you look at your personality, you're like, oh, I get it. That's why I'm the way I am, Like I was born at night and I am such a night person. All of my spiritual downloads mostly come at night. While y'all are sleeping, I'm up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning and I'm all my spiritual downloads are coming, all my information is coming, and then I fall asleep, And my mom used to be like, what's wrong with you? You never could sleep at night. Because I'm not supposed to sleep at night. I'm not a morning person. I'm supposed to be up at night. I am like, the mystical that is at night. Some people spiritually work during the day and then some people spiritually work at night. Handsome rude boy, I'm doing good. You look beautiful on your birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, going back to the birthday topic, because we got off topic. Um Overall, I had a great birthday. I did notice that this is also something that happened, especially on social media. I did notice there was some people who, like, I have an Instagram, but I don't really use it like that. I have like 80 followers or something like that, because it's like a burner page. But there are some followers on there. 80 people is not a lot of people, but it's not a little people when most of those 80 people, I know them. They're not strangers. I know those 80 people who following me. There might be maybe I think it's only about 3 people or 4 people who are from TikTok or YouTube that follow me on there. Everybody else that follows me on there, I know them in real life, or I've met them at least once in real life, right? They watched my story, didn't say nothing, didn't say happy birthday. These are people who I've known majority of my life, or I've dated them, or they liked me at one point, but they didn't get what they wanted from me. Just watching, and I think that's pretty creepy. One guy came on Instagram on my birthday just to watch my story and got off. Never watches my story ever, but came on Instagram on my birthday specifically and was watching my story. I think that's creepy. I think that's weird. And the older you get, the more you realize how much of a weirdos people can really be that you know. All right. There are people who I said happy birthday to when it was their birthday. Every year I say it to them and they said nothing to me. And that's okay. That you're just showing me who you are. You're weird. If somebody died, I said condolences to them. If they had a child, I said congratulations to them. But you're just spying on me on my birthday? The fuck is wrong with you? I just find social media to just be weird, and it let me know why I don't regret deleting my original account. Because my original account, I had almost like 3,000 followers on my original account, and I'm happy that I deleted that account. I said, damn, I only got 80 something people following me, and these bitches is acting weird too. I'm telling you, you have to just ignore those things, And I just said, oh, okay, that's fine. They like that. When their birthday come, I won't say nothing. When they get a new car, I won't say nothing. When they get a new house, I won't say nothing. You ain't got nothing to say to me. I ain't got nothing. You just want to sit there and watch me like I'm a roach or I'm a fish in a fishbowl. No problem. You can do that. That's fine. Some people like to watch who they could not conquer. Okay. Even my friend, I think I spoke about him. I have a male friend that lives in Canada. Me and him was cool. He's a Leo. Our birthdays are 2 weeks apart. I text him happy birthday. My birthday came. Nothing. I said, oh, okay, I guess we're not friends no more. He didn't say happy birthday to me. Whatever. Every year he'll send me a picture of us when we were kids. Oh, ask me what I'm doing. This year, he acting weird. No problem, homie. Deuces. You're not gonna communicate what is the issue with me that you have. Then I have nothing to say. Basically, that's just how some people are. Exactly. People really be moving like Grand Theft Auto NPCs. Yep. They sure do. You think that Aquarians are much smarter than Virgos? Okay. Interesting. I don't know. I gotta think about that. I can't disagree or agree. I gotta think about that. I gotta think about that. They act kind of similar. Virgos and Aquarius just act kind of similar to me. Aquarius is just less uptight. Virgos are very uptight. The Virgo men are very uptight. You know what's been going on too lately? Let me finish off the birthday portion. I did see a post, and this woman, I've been knew this, but this woman said, like, you know, how you view your birthday is a direct correlation to how you were raised, right? And it's true. And to finish off what I was saying is, some of you have got to create a new pattern. No, nobody cared about your birthday when you were a kid. If somebody wants to do something nice for you, allow them to do something nice for you. Now, also, what I learned through the years, there's been times where I try to do something nice for people and they had such a horrible birthday trauma. They sat there like they felt uncomfortable. Like we went to a restaurant, we went to a party, or we went and did something. They literally sat there like a sad puppy or a sad child because they did not know how to receive that kind of love. Then there were people who I planned a party for them, or we went to the club, or we did something nice. I gave them a sentimental gift and they cried, they broke down, they were happy, they thanked me. Don't force people to celebrate their birthday. You know, I remember one of my friends was like, oh, I don't really make a big deal about my birthday. Some people are lying. They say they don't make a big deal about their birthday, but they really wishing in their heart that somebody would make a big deal about their birthday. But I've learned, you say you don't want a big deal about your birthday, I'll leave you alone. I'm just going to say happy birthday to you. You know, because I don't know what's going to trigger you. You may not be able to handle, you might switch into when you were a 5-year-old and nobody did nothing for you and you sitting there playing with your doll, your play truck, and you had a horrible birthday. So I don't know how you are going to respond to that. You know, you can test it out with people, but just know that just because you're trying to do something nice for somebody on their birthday doesn't mean that they're going to be able to receive that kind of love. They might go into little child mode and freak out. I'm glad that most of the people that I did nice things for their birthday, and they had horrible childhood birthdays, they ended up crying, they ended up being happy, and I helped them heal some kind of wound inside. And I noticed after I did something nice for their birthday, they started to do something every year for their birthday. So I've helped a lot of people. I've helped some friends in the past, even the ones who really didn't like me or try to sabotage me or did me dirty. I have helped a lot of people in the past heal their birthday wounds. And my birthday wound is, you know, my mom passed away when I was 23. So that was the last birthday that I had that somebody made a big deal about. And then after that, I felt like anytime I spent my birthday with friends, they would just be sitting there moping. They would complain they had to spend money and they didn't want to go to my party. And it was always some excuse. So my new norm is, fuck them, you know, continue the tradition that your mom did, but for yourself. Continue to celebrate yourself. Nobody knows what you've gone through. Nobody really knows, you know, the pain behind not having family anymore. Do it for you, you know. And a lot of times the best thing to do is to go away for your birthday. Go away, you know. I wanted to go away, but I want to finish out this job so that way I could just relax. I didn't want to go away for my birthday, then come back and gotta work 7 days this week and be stressed out again. It's pointless. So I said, no, I'll go in September when the job is finished and I could just relax, you know, and I come home. I don't gotta rush back to work after, you know, being on an island, enjoying myself. And that's another thing too. Take trips alone. Don't be afraid to take a trip alone. This would be my second country going by myself. Yeah, last year I went to Mexico for 8 days alone. And then this year I'll be going somewhere for 5 days by myself. Oh Lord. Let me get these trolls out of here. Hey Joss. Angie Williams, I was King Nebuchadnezzar the second. Really? Oh Lord. Let me get these people out of here. Alicia says, my ex Virgo still watches me too. When my dad died, he saw it, didn't say anything until I saw him in person at a conference. Wasn't that weird? Didn't that make you feel odd? I mean, is it that they just don't know what to say? Are they that clueless? What is that? I think that's disrespectful. I think that's disgusting. I don't know. I find that very weird. What the hell did he say when he saw you in person? Joss, how you been? Girl, he ain't seeing nothing. That's a troll. Joss says, yeah, it's like that. They treat you small. Next year, I'm definitely taking solo trips. Good. Golden says, solo trips are a gift. It really is. Amber says, they be trying to hurt us so bad. It's comical at this point. Josh says, I realize that I have a fear of people, and that's what is holding me back really to connect. Yeah, you gotta realize that there are people like you out there who are pure still, who are kind still. I never ever gave up. I was like, I'm gonna get me a good female friend. I know I'm not crazy. Okay? I was like, I know there's a girl out there who's spiritual like me, who's not cheap, who likes to be feminine. I know she's out there. She exists. Who's not jealous, who's not trying to sabotage me, who's not trying to be like me. I was like, God, universe. I remember I had this talk with universe. I was like, you gonna give me a friend. You gonna give me a friend. That's how I be talking to my ancestors in the universe and God. I'm like, I'm not playing. I'm not playing with you. You're going to give me what I deserve. All right? And it comes. Eventually it comes, whatever you believe in. You can't possibly think that only you are the only good person like walking around. There's plenty of good people out there. It's just that a lot of good people stay low key. We stay hidden. Some people, they stay to themselves. They're doing their spiritual work. They go into work. They're living day to day. A lot of spiritual people, a lot of heal people, a lot of people of light. We're not walking around with a sign like, hi, I'm looking for friends. We just be floating and we just be doing us. Sometimes we have good people right in front of our face. You know what's crazy? The girl that I met, we were actually in training class together, and I don't remember seeing her. Because one day we were talking about training, and she was like, if that happened in your training, that means we were in the same training class. And we started naming other people in the room. I did not see this girl. She said she didn't see me either. So sometimes people could be right in front of your face. That's how scary it is. And I remember she was working at a section where I would work at normally, but for some reason they kept moving me. But even though I wasn't working in that section, I never hated on her for being placed in the section to work in I wanted to work in. So I would walk by the section and I'll go, hey girl, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And she'll say, hi, how you doing? And she used to be like, damn, that girl is, she said she used to think, damn, that girl's so nice to me. She's so pretty. And I never was like hating on her or anything like that. Like, dang, how she get put in a section I want to be in? And then one day we ended up being in the same section together and working. So everything comes in timing. You can't believe that. If you believe that there are no good people out there, you're going to keep meeting no good people. I refuse to believe that New York City is just full of demons. Absolutely not. I could not accept that. I was like, nope. I said, God, I need at least one friend. Can I get two? Now, I would like to manifest a friend that's more my age. That would be cool, you know. And when I'm ready, I'll manifest a man, a new man, But I'm not ready for that, I ain't ready for all that right now. Yeah, you gotta believe in it, girl. You definitely can get it. I'm telling you. Oh, so the biggest lesson this year for me was about moving forward. You know, um, don't be afraid to start off new. And ah, I'm a fixed sign. I'm a Leo, so I am a fixed sign, and I'm a creature of habit. So I'm a person, like when y'all heard me talking about my friend of 10 years, I'm a person that doesn't give up easily on people because that is a pattern. I'm like, no, I don't want to end this friendship, or I don't want to leave this job because I have to start over again. So it's very, very hard when you are a creature of habit and consistency. I like consistency, right? And that's why I cultivate relationships and friendships. I don't just leave at the sight of issues, basically. I understand that we're all human, or things are never perfect, right? But one thing, the biggest lesson that I learned, I know it's only August, the biggest lesson I learned was to look forward. I turned into Lot's wife. Y'all know Lot's wife in the Bible? I forgot what her name was. Lot's wife in the Bible, they was traveling. Where was they traveling out of? Nebuchadnezzar or something like that, so, or Egypt. They was traveling, and God said, "Don't look back, or you will turn into a pillar of salt." I was Lot's wife in the Bible. I turned into a motherfucking pillar of salt this year because I kept looking back. I got back with an ex, and what happened? I actually ended up pregnant and had a miscarriage, right? A lot of people, I don't know if y'all saw that video, I had a miscarriage back in January. I went back in friendship. After that, after I broke up with my ex, I actually was talking to a guy that I met in my 20s. Realized this guy is 40 years old, and he's actually 24 from when we met. He's 24 still. He didn't grow. I make $100,000. I drive a sports car, but you're still 24 years old when I met you. You're still the same man that you are from when I met you. I ran like hell. This man took him out. Oh, I can't believe all these years you didn't have no kids. I need to knock you up. I was like, pew, gotta go. Are you crazy? Got to go. All right. I was like, oh no, I learned my lesson. I had a couple of people email me, DM me on TikTok. They can't text my phone because I changed my number. But I had a couple of emails and a couple of messages on TikTok. Hey, I miss your friendship. Can we work this out? Can we rekindle? Nope. I learned my lesson. God has said, what did I tell you? Didn't I tell you if you look back, you're going to turn into a pillar of salt? You didn't learn your lesson this year yet? Didn't I tell you I was going to give you new friends? Didn't I tell you I was going to give you new love? Didn't I tell you I was going to give you a new job? Turn back again one more time and see what happens to you. And that might not be your lesson, But guys, be careful going backwards. God wants to give you something new. New money, new health, a new look, a new job, new education, a new place, a new home, new family, new friends, new. Release the old, release the bad habits. So that way your hands are available to catch what God is trying to give you. Okay? Alicia says, so proud of you. You learned so much this year. I really, really did. All right? I got my ass beat down. I think I'm Lot and Lot's wife at the same time, because I'm Lot now, because I'm going, bitch, bye. I got to go. I'm moving forward. You not going to catch me looking backwards. All right, my ex trying to sniff around. Oh, let's link up. For what? You ain't gotta link up with me to give me no watermelon. You can drop that on my porch. What are you talking about? We don't gotta link nowhere. I learned my lesson fucking around with you. Friendship wise, oh, I miss you. Girl, I wish you the best. Smooches, I wish you the best. I hope you get the best friends. I hope you make all the money. I got no hard feelings against nobody I used to be friends with. I wish you the best, girl, but you gotta leave me alone. I learned my lesson. I hope you find a better friend than I was to you. I am moving forward. Okay, I welcome new money. I welcome new love. I also, I the past 6 months, I got into a job industry that I never worked in before. I never worked with food in my life. And it ended up working out well. I took a risk. God, I don't want to work with no damn food. I don't want to work with food. I don't want to do this. And God said, no. That job called me twice. I said, okay, this must be a sign. They called me twice to come to an interview? Okay. Hide on the spot. And it ended up working out, and I ended up liking it. Let me tell you what's also crazy. I had never been at a job where everyone liked me, right? And wasn't trying to sabotage me. I thought I had that back in 2019 when I was working at a customer service job, and I was seeing a guy at work, and I had all these female friends at work. Them motherfuckers didn't like me. They was plotting on me. They did not like me. They thought that I was too sophisticated, bougie, black girl type of vibe, that they hated that aesthetic about me. So secretly they didn't like me, right? But this job, I bring a cake to work. They sung happy birthday to me twice. I had managers hugging me, videotaping me while they said happy birthday to me. I ain't never had that in my life. I was like, this is so weird. I was so uncomfortable. I was like looking down on the ground because I had never experienced that. I would have never been able to experience that if I didn't try something new. I kept trying to go to jobs that I had before, and I didn't want to take this new job that I had never done before. And I'm glad that I was obedient and moved forward. Move forward. And anybody who's watching this and they mad at me because I won't take them back as a friend, or trust me, I'm doing this for you and for me. I gotta be obedient to God. I learned my lesson. That might not be your lesson, but for a lot of us, we're not meant to go backwards. We need to release. Hey, Trey. Thank you, Nicole. Oh, really? I gotta go read the story again. They had at least Sodom and Gomorrah. That makes sense. Oh, it's in and out? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Well, I'm on 5G. I can't leave the screen to put my Wi-Fi on. Sorry about that. Is it sounding clear now? What? What is she talking about? Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. You said you love my cup. Thank you. I think that... What? Oh, Lord. Let me get this troll out of here. Here we go. These people are crazy. And the cup is from Home Goods. If you're looking for that glass. You know, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, they always have... My female friend's in her early 20s. She's 21. Trey says, me too. I was Lot's wife as fuck this year. August ushered in divine closure. I have no interest in rekindling any former relationships and began cord cutting. Did you look up the cutting cord prayer and ritual? So the reason why I don't give you my cutting cord ritual, Trey, I wanted to tell you that, but we were talking in the comments. That's something that you need to personalize. So when you're doing a cutting cord ritual or a cutting cord prayer, you need to use your own words. You shouldn't use my words. You get what I'm saying? That it needs to be you saying specifically what you want to happen between you and that person, basically. Cutting cords, and that has energetically shifted my life. Good. I'm glad you have released these people. Thank you so much, Alicia. Yup. Josh said, no, sir. They try to be slick. Let's link. Yeah, he just want to see me because he has not seen me since May. He can see me on Instagram. Like, listen, bro. Go see them other women you've been seeing. Nicole says, that's good. You're being strong and removing the wrong folks. Keeping the wrong people around causes nothing but issues. Exactly. Amber says, God is good all the time, even when we think we're losing something, but we're really gaining everything we never knew we needed. Very true. Angie says, yeah, they didn't like that regal Leo lion vibe. Now they didn't. Nicole says, you're preaching. That's the mindset we got to have when it comes to friends and potential partners. Trey says, it is not in and out for me. Oh, God. Okay, good. Hopefully y'all can hear me again. Hopefully my fan is not going to mess it up. Alicia says, I agree with you. I think I was tested about going backwards at the conference with the Virgo. Happy to say we passed these tests. Yes, I'm telling you, it is tough. It's tough when you love somebody still, or you're attracted to somebody. It's tough. It is. It's really tough. But you know, sometimes you got to replay the disrespect in your mind to move forward. Sometimes you got to replay the negative things that happen between you and that person in order for you to be like, this is why this didn't work out, you know. And the truth is, people don't really be changing like that. They just change colors, you know. They don't really change. You got to do a lot of work spiritually. They just be chameleons, and they know how to change, you know, their skin to make you think that they did the work when they really didn't. I'm telling you right now, guys, I got old clients booking with me. I got a couple of old clients booking with me. I got a couple of people I haven't seen in years tracking me down through TikTok and my email. Something's going on. I don't know what's going on. This one person I haven't spoken to this guy in maybe 7 years, and he hit me up and was like, hey, can we talk? So I'm like, okay. So we talk, we have a conversation. He really wasn't talking about much. he was just, talking about life and catching up. Then my birthday comes, he don't even say happy birthday to me. I'm like, what does people want? Let me tell you something. I ain't got no coochie for you. I ain't got no wisdom for you. I ain't got no money for you. I don't have no spiritual gifts for you. I don't got nothing for y'all. If you can't pour into me as well, I don't have nothing for you. So I don't know what these people want from me, where these people are popping up at. Then on August 10th, when I had went out to dinner, there was a girl that I had blocked back when I was a hairstylist in 2021. She's one of the reasons why I retired myself out of hairstyling. She kept booking hair appointments and not showing up. And I kept going, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this. I'm not going to deal with these people. I blocked her back in 2021. I'm walking in a restaurant. I hear, Ange, oh my God. I'm like, what the hell? I feel somebody grab me and hug me. I'm like, why is this girl hugging me? And I blocked her phone number and on social media. Oh my God, girl, you still do hair? No, I'm retired now. Oh, I hear that. You look so gorgeous. You look so beautiful. Oh my gosh, you look so good. Let me tell you something. When people do you dirty, they feel guilty. I bet you that girl was looking for me for years. Like, yo, I want to bump into this girl. She knew she did me dirty. To me, it wasn't about the money. It was disrespectful. I've known this girl since elementary school. You don't book a hair appointment with me and then you don't show up. That means you're disrespecting me as a person and you're disrespecting my money. I could not forgive her for that, pretty much. I said, oh, how you doing? You look good. Take care of yourself. She kept it pushing. My friend was looking like, who the hell was that? Because I didn't introduce her to my friend because she's of no significance. But I'm seeing people from my past and it's like they're looking at me. And I think a lot of times, I think it's easy for people to see you if they did you dirty and you looking busted and disgusted. It's easy for them to accept that. But when people see me, they're like, oh shit, she looks good. She's aging well. Oh, I gotta go apologize to her because she couldn't have been the problem if she's aging well and God is blessing her. This is the crazy shit that goes through people's mind. They feel more guilt when they see you and you look like you're looking godly. You're looking fresh. You're looking blessed. They feel more like shit when they see you and you're not looking busted and disgusted. That's just something that I have observed, when it comes to these people. It shouldn't even matter if I look, good still, or I look blessed. You shouldn't have disrespected me, basically. Now, Derek, what are you talking about? I am not the love of nobody's life. No, Angie Williams. My name is Angelique. Angie used to be a nickname that people called me. I retired that probably about 3-4 years ago. I like for people to call me by my birth name, my legal name, which is Angelique. Or I like being called the light, or I like being called metaphysical goddess. So if anybody calls me Angie, I don't answer. I'm so happy to hear things are going good now. Yeah, for the moment. I am a little nervous because I'm about to be unemployed again. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be eligible for unemployment, or am I going to find another job right away? Because this job was only a 6-month gig and it's coming to an end. So that's the only thing I'm really worried about, like what's going to happen, how am I going to transition, because I don't have savings, so I don't know what's going to happen. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little worried, but not like super scared or anything like that. I've been through this before, and God has looked out for me. It was a rough ride before I came across this job, and I feel like if I went through that before, then if I have to go through it again, then I am prepared for it pretty much. But thank you. Trey says the amount of energy I felt came back to me after one cord cutting was wild. Yep, you have got to release these people spiritually. Ignore the trolls. Ignore the trolls. Don't even give them energy. What's wrong with people not saying happy birthday? You don't think that's weird? You don't think that's weird if you look at somebody as a friend, or you have history with somebody, or you dated somebody and y'all celebrated your birthdays together, y'all celebrated life's achievements together, and their birthday come up, people don't even make it to their birthday. A birthday is saying you lived another fucking year. And you don't think that's weird if someone don't say happy birthday? Huh? Unless it's for religious purposes where you don't believe in birthdays, cool. I just don't get it. It's 2 words. Happy birthday. That shit is weird to me. But then when their birthday come, they posting their birthday and this. Keep that weird shit away from me. I'm telling you this. People actually go out of their way not to wish you a happy birthday. I promise you. They be like, I'm not giving that bitch no energy. I'm not giving that man no energy. I'm telling you. I'm not giving him attention. I'm not giving her attention. Screw them. This is how people think. This is how people think. And that's okay. Because I got a great memory. I'm that petty. I have a great memory. When your birthday come around, silence. There's this mutual of mine from TikTok, and she's a Leo too. I remember last year I text her phone, happy birthday, da 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 da. She's like, oh, thank you so much. Her birthday is literally 8 days before mine. When my birthday came, this stupid bitch was watching my story and didn't say nothing. But used to call me in the middle of the night. Hey girl, can we talk spiritual stuff? But couldn't say happy birthday to me. This year, I didn't say nothing. I didn't even click like on any of her birthday posts. On my birthday, she came on my post. She did the same thing. Watching my story all through my whole birthday weekend. Y'all don't think that's weird? Y'all don't think people are doing that intentionally? They are. They're doing that intentionally. Yes, there's some people who are so jealous of your light, jealous of your energy, that they say, I can't even give them a little bit of more energy. Fuck them. They got more energy than me. They got more light than me. I'm not gonna say anything to them. I'm not gonna tell them that they look good. I'm not gonna tell them that I'm proud of them. I'm not gonna tell them that they inspire me. I'm not gonna say happy birthday to them. This is how petty people are. But then they come around you looking for you to validate them. Like this dude who I spoke to last week, a few days after we spoke, he sends me a video of him working out. Boy, if you don't get your ass out of my messages, I said nothing. I'm not looking at your body. This man's in a relationship. I'm not attracted to this man. I used to be 10 years ago. You know, a lot of y'all men got to also understand, women, we can lose attraction fast. Men don't lose attraction fast. But women, we can lose attraction fast. Why is this man sending me a video of him working out? I said nothing. Get out of my DMs with that bullshit. You have a woman, go to your woman and show your woman your muscles. Don't come to me thinking you're going to cheat with me or something, because I ain't that kind of bitch. People, he said he didn't say happy birthday to me, but want to send me a video of him working out. Get the fuck out of here. You're looking for validation, and I ain't got nothing for you. So when they come to you, you tell them, I ain't got no ass for you. I ain't got no time for you. I ain't got no money for you. I ain't got no wisdom for you. I don't got no conversation for you. Get up out my face. Because these people are energy vampires. They did not do the work, and they scrambling, and they looking for answers, and they don't know what to do, and they lost. Get away from me. You're scaring me. You're lost. You're in the wilderness and you're scared. I don't have any energy to give you. You should have did the work when you were supposed to do the work. And you're going to see more and more of this with people. You're going to see more and more of these people scrambling, looking for answers. I ain't got no answers for you. The answers are within you. Not in Angelique. They're in you. Not within somebody else. They're in you. So you're going to see who did the spiritual work and who didn't do the spiritual work. People are scrambling now. They remembered how you made them feel. They remember how peaceful you were. But the thing about it was, because they weren't on your frequency, they could not handle being in your presence. Energy is currency. So people are not just looking for ass anymore. People are not just looking for money anymore. They're looking for people who are spiritually high so that they can drain you of your light so they can get through their day. It's like, I'm a crackhead. I need that light. I need that light. I got to be around somebody who's energetic. I got to be around somebody who's peaceful, because I'm not peaceful. I got demons on me, so I got to be around light. I can't get through my day. I'm miserable, so I got to charge up on somebody who's done the work. I got to charge up on somebody who's happy. Get away. Stay away from these people. They only coming back to drain you of your light. They're coming back to use you as an energy gas station. So don't get caught up. Don't get caught up with these people. Angie says, right, because he just wanted to get the cookies. Was it Mercury retrograde? Yup, all Leo season. It was Mercury retrograde till August 11th for a whole month. Now we in eclipse season. We will be in eclipse season, I think, till November. Hey, Victors. How you been? Ah! Derek said my eyebrows look like, he said I curved him and my eyebrows look like seagull wings. Seagull wings. That's a good one, Derek, but you gotta get your ass out of here. That was funny. I love that. I love my dramatic eyebrows. I got thick eyebrows regardless, and then I put makeup on them. I got makeup on them today. Hilarious. Thank you, Amber. You always donate. I appreciate you. Well, with this job is only for 6 months. This particular gig is only 6 months. So the building closes. Yeah, it's a seasonal job where I work at. This building will only be open for 6 months, pretty much. And then it reopens next year. Pretty much, yeah. So it's not that they're going to be continuously open. Everybody leaves 6 months. After 6 months, the job is only for 6 months, pretty much. So I can come back next year. They can rehire me next year. But as far as this year, this job closes in September. Rumor is that they might stay open a little bit in October. I haven't gotten the word yet. But yeah, this job is only 6 months, and then the building closes, and then they rehire again next year for that particular season. It's basically like a concert venue. So certain they have certain venues throughout the whole year there, but they don't need a full staff the whole year. They only need full staff the whole 6 months. So October, November, December, they don't need anybody there. Pretty much, that's how it works. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what else. I'm gonna get off here soon, but thank you for that. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Thanks for clearing that up, Amber. Why would she change her name from Angelica to Angie? That sucks. Yeah, my name is Angelique, and it's spelled angelic. So if people call me angelic, I accept it, but it's spelled angelic, but it's pronounced Angelique. And technically, the nickname for Angelique is Angel. So usually now, sometimes I tell people to call me Angel, and they'd be like, "That's not your name," and I show them my ID. They're like, "Oh, like." I don't know. I think they think a big black woman name is supposed to be Shaniqua or something. Some people don't believe that that's my real name because it's spelled angelic. But yeah, Angelica, I guess the nickname for you is Angie. But she should have just left it Angelica because that's a better name than Angie. It's fine. Yeah, most people spell Angelique. Lique. My dad didn't like it. My dad said it looked ghetto. Because back in the 80s, everybody was naming their kids with a Q-U-E at the end. Shaniqua, Monique, Dominique. He said he didn't like it. Those names are very popular back then. So he changed the spelling of my name to Angelic. And a lot of people get it right though on the first time. When they see me, they be like, "Oh, your name is Angelique, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's not spelled incorrectly. It's just spelled differently, and I like it. I never met an Angelique spelled the way my name is spelled. I always met them with Lique, pretty much. So, and yeah, and your name is spelled Amber, Amber. I never seen that before. That's unique too. Victor says, "Yes, honey. That's already lost. Congratulating people on their birthdays. I don't congratulate them for that. I only congratulate my beautiful, the light seven." You funny. I mean, if those people are kind to you, you can congratulate them. But thank you so much. Rachel says, "I hardly remember my own birthday. I have to use a calendar for my own age." How old are you, Rachel? How old are you? I don't really, I don't know. To me, it's just weird. When I'm on social media and I know people, if I see you post a funeral pic or something, I say my regards. If it's your birthday or if it's your child's birthday, I might say happy birthday. I just think that it takes 2 seconds to say that, so I don't get it. I'm more insulted by if somebody who I'm close to doesn't say it, but I do take note of people who they'll be posting on their birthday and clearly they want attention for their birthday, but then they won't show the same love to people. I think that's narcissistic and odd. Well, happy birthday to all the Leos and all the Virgos. It's Virgo season. Virgo season. I have a lot of Virgo and Scorpio coworkers. Oh my goodness. Natasha said hi. Hi, Natasha. Victor says, "I greatly value your spiritual assignments and giving your light to the world." Thank you. Josh says, "Yeah, it is weird. Yeah, people forget my birthday all the time because it's the day after Christmas." Oh, that's the worst. Angelique, thoughts on Dr. Umar? I believe Dr. Umar is a Leo as well. Um, I guess clearly he's a dark sided. First of all, I never took Dr. Umar seriously. I can't believe people really took Dr. Umar seriously. Dr. Umar has always been entertainment for me. I always knew that he was a scammer. I mean, scamming is written all over him. Do I think that he does know the knowledge? Yes. But a lot of people, just because you know the knowledge and history, you have two choices. You can go the dark sided way or the light sided way. He went the dark sided way and he crashed and burned. This is year 9. Things are going to wrap up. So people are going to be exposed. You know, the truth about people are coming out. My bad, you got some of my boobs there. People's truth is going to come out. I don't feel bad for Dr. Umar. That's it. You know, karma. That's how I look at it. I'm not happy to see a black man down, but at the same time, you know, he asked for it. What you think was going to happen? He's losing the building. He said he was going to create a school. He never did it. Now he's out there he's selling his peen, talking about $500 for a date for him with him. I heard he be taking money from old ladies and sleeping with the old women, and old meaning older than me. Like he's sleeping with people grandmas, taking a social security checks, and you know, it's sad. And what makes it so sad is that, you know, I'm not a Pan-Africanist, but, you know, I feel as if people won't trust other people like him because he's put out a bad name for other Pan-Africanists to come along. They're going to think that everybody who's out there pushing Pan-Africanism or Black history or trying to get reparations for us is a fake, you know. But nah, I'm just enjoying sitting back and watching people just get their karma. People gonna be crashing and burning. That's it. Crashing and burning. Oh Lord, let me get these people out of here. Well, the later it gets, the more people come in. You know, the more trolls come in. Oh Lord, here we go. These people getting nasty in here. Ew. Okay. Angie Williams. Well, I'm proud of you, and you're looking good, birthday girl. Thank you so much, birthday girl. We gotta give the Virgos their chance. It's Virgo season now. We gotta let the Virgo shine a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm over Leo season. I spent so much money. I went through so much this Leo season. So I'm kind of over Leo season. He says narcissists are growing in population. I feel like narcissists are kind of like, they're weak. They're spiritually weak right now. They're looking for old supply because a lot of narcissists from our past are popping up. They're desperate. They're searching, you know, so they're kind of weak right now. They're weak spiritually right now. I'm not worried about the narcissists. They're like low demons. You know what I'm trying to say? They're looking real sad out here. Oh, thank you for the compliments, guys. It's very hard for me to take compliments, believe it or not. Victor says, these narcissists are so proud. They don't want to accept that they have demons. Low vibration, depression. I don't get along with them. Hello and goodbye. And sometimes I don't even say hello. Yeah, they're kind of weak. You know, I kind of feel sorry for them. Like, damn, they're living in hell already. And now they can't get to supply because a lot of people are up on the game of narcissists. So it's kind of hard for them to find supply. So if you're probably going to see a lot of narcissists trying to contact you soon, or, you know, or even now, because they've ran out of supply. Nobody's fucking with them. Narcissists cannot survive without people. They're losing their shit. You know, a lot of people are like trying to unalive themselves right now. They're desperate. They're willing to spend money to just get next to you. They're scrambling for phone calls, for text messages. They're trying to get you knocked up. They're trying to, get you to have a baby for them or have your baby. Like they're going down bad. Narcissists are going down bad. None of their tricks are working. It's really bad. They're looking real bad out here. Hey, Plant Seeds, how you been? She said, I am not a gas pump, protected by the divine. That's right. Oh, Brandon, you about to see what the eclipse is about to do. The eclipse season is about to do. I don't even know why I plan a trip around eclipse season, because last year when I went away to Mexico, woo-wee, the eclipse can really impact travel. It can impact the weather. You're gonna see a lot of crazy weather. I actually gotta fix my window. Every time it's pouring, raining in New York. It is literally raining in my bedroom. I have to put a towel at the bottom of my floor for the water to catch in a bucket. I lived in this house since I was 24 years old. I had never seen that in my house. So I gotta go to Home Depot because the weather has gotten so bad. All right, so expect more hurricanes during the eclipse season. Be careful in the water. When I go away, I don't think I'm gonna even go in a boat. I might go to the beach, but I'm not gonna like go deep and swim and stuff like that. The waters are very angry right now, and during the eclipse season, it really does impact the waters. So be careful in the water if you're gonna be in the water from now until November. It impacts everything. Eclipse season, people be acting crazy. Could be a lot of murders, a lot of things in the government flipping upside down, a lot of changes. Mostly in people, you'll definitely see that eclipse energy is powerful. You'll even feel it in your body. Once we really hit that eclipse season, I know I get like a weird jumping anxiety feeling in my body. I noticed that. Just don't make major decisions like that between now and November. But those are the things I noticed during the eclipse season that happens. Be careful with signing contracts and different things like that. It's like Mercury retrograde on steroids. It will impact technology too. I remember last year when I went away for eclipse season, we had literally just had an eclipse 3 days before my trip. When I got to the hotel, I had horrible turbulence on the plane going to Mexico. And then when I got to the hotel, the elevator was broken. When I got in my room, my toilet was broken. I mean, things were breaking from left to right. I was like, what the f is going on? When I was at work, the register was down. The computers were down. I was like, yo, what is going on? It was crazy. So it impacts technology too. That's why I'm like, God, make sure you get my plane there safely now. Not the Shaniqua, LOL. We gotta force people. Good night, survivorship. Good night. Oh yeah, I was back with my ex for a little bit. Not anymore. That's done. Who was born August 21st? Oh, Dr. Umar. Oh, so he's a Leo, right? So he's on the cusp, right? A Virgo and Leo. Nicole says, I met Dr. Umar like 8 years ago and he acted like a complete gentleman. I was taken back when he was trying to talk to me and being his wife. I was like, this is sad. I believe it. He loved the ladies. He loved the ladies. But yeah, I heard he's out there smashing grandmas, y'all. He taking on women paper, them SSI checks. Yep. Trey says he's a scamming hotep, deadbeat father, Just straight madness. These messengers don't be applying a lick of what they preach. Yep. Oh, his birthday's 8/21, so his birthday just passed. It's sad. Trey says, yes, karma is making his rounds like a mother. Brian, you're rather pretty. Thank you very much. Hey, Brittany. How you doing, girl? Let's see. No, we are recognizing them. They aren't increasing. Yeah, call me Angelique, please. But it's spelled angelic. No QUE. I wish I can type in the chat, but I can't. But yeah, I've been talking for 2 hours, guys. And y'all know I do not talk for free. So, if you can bless my Cash App or my Zelle. My Cash App is $thelight777. And my Zelle is neoangie3000@yahoo.com. I will put that information in the comment section if you can't understand what I just said on a live. And it is also in all my videos. All my videos in the comment section. My Zelle, my PayPal, and my Cash App info is in the comment section. Thank you so much. What kind of sounds are you hearing, User K, at 3 a.m.? What kind of sounds? You could be hearing any kind of sound. What kind of sounds are it? Voices, bells? What are you hearing? Let's see. Good night, Joss. Oh Lord, these people are disgusting. I gotta get these people. It's the most, these perverts be coming in here. What is it? Is it 12 o'clock yet? These damn perverts be coming in here. Let me see. Oh, it's 1 a.m. Shoot, I've been yapping up a storm. These perverts be coming in here. Yeah, that's true. Dr. Umar, he did build his house on sand. That's true. Umar's daughter came out. Yeah, his daughter did come out. I'm telling you, anybody, even yourself, if you're living fraudulent, it will come out, right? There was even some stuff that came out about my ex that I didn't know for the past 5 years, and I was like, ew, ugh, ugh. Okay, I would never go back to that because what? Ugh. No, I was so disgusted. So if you live in that double life, if you lying, if you scheming, if you're lying to yourself, a lot of people live in these down low lives. They're lying to their partner. You're gonna be exposed. Whatever you have been hiding from yourself, you've been hiding from society, spirit is going to embarrass you. You will be exposed. All right? I don't care how much healing work you've been doing or love and light or whatever, you will be exposed to yourself. You will be exposed to your friends and your family, to the world, because you didn't do it. That's what's happening with these people. They didn't do it, so universe is going to do it for you. And I'd rather do it myself. Because when God get a hold of you, when the universe gets a hold of you, when your ancestors get a hold of you and they do it, it's triple time worse. It is triple time worse when God snatches the Band-Aid off. I'm telling you. Yes, that's how it's spelled. Thank you so much, Angie. Oh, well, if you hear it knocking at night, don't answer. That's not a good thing. That might be a spirit trying to get your attention. Whenever you hear somebody knocking on your door and nobody's there, don't be like, yeah, hello, yeah, No. I remember when my grandmother was alive, I don't know, there was a knocking, like a bang on our living room like a shelf in the living room that kept like photos and stuff. And at late at night, it'll go boom, like it would sound like somebody hit it. You know, I never heard that again. After my grandmother died, I never heard that again. And she said that it was my grandfather. Every night, that was his thing. He would just knock on that shelf. And I never heard it again. Yeah, you're not supposed to respond to knocking. You better tell that knocking and get the fuck up out of there. And don't be knocking back either. That's weird. There's a spirit or something trying to, you know. No problem. I hear you. I hear you, Ange. Yeah, if you feeling things knocking and you feeling things touching you, you got some spirits up in your house, babes. Oh my gosh, Josh, thank you so much. I got your Cash App. I don't know if you left the chat already, but thank you, babe. You always bless me. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, she always blesses me. Josh been around for years. Years. I got some supporters. I don't know how y'all don't get tired of me. Josh has been around for years. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. But yeah, hearing them noises and feeling things, you better start praying around your house. Play, spiritual music. Tell them spirits to get out. I'll be opening windows. I have a door in my room that leads to the backyard. I'll tell them spirits, go right through that door. You are not welcomed here. A lot of times spirits are in your home because you brung them in there. They are a part of you. Or they were there before you lived there. But a lot of spirits will remain there because you did not tell it to leave. You never told it to leave. So it feels as welcome there. You better open up the windows, open up them doors, and say, any spirit that's not of God, get the hell out of here. You are not welcomed here. Get your Florida water, get your holy water, get whatever you need, whatever water you want to use. And you better tell them spirits to get out. Play high frequency music. These spirits do not like that music. You can play gospel music. You can play high frequency music. You can get it on YouTube. Play that shit. Leave it on when you're going to work. Leave it on when you're leaving the house. Get them spirits out of there. That I'm telling you, my house used to be filled with spirits. And it took me a while. It took me like a good year to get all them damn spirits out after my grandmother died in 2015. It was just so many entities. But one thing it's like I see bugs and stuff because of my uncle. Sometimes people who have severe mental illnesses or they have spiritual afflictions, you'll see all these different bugs, spiders and this. And I'm like, where the hell is roaches coming from? I had to get roach stuff, and the spiders was there, and oh my God, dark spirits bring bugs, all kind of stuff. It's terrible. I had to get them out of my house. That's what comes with darkness. Dirt, bugs, weird sounds and stuff. So you can have a spirit in there, like a person who passed on. You can have a demon in your house, or a couple of demons. You got to get them out. I don't know who I know the name Little Dirk, but I couldn't tell you. I couldn't put a picture of who Little Dirk is. I can look at it later, but I don't listen to that. I'm an old head girl. I don't listen to no Little Dirk, but I know the name. I know that he's a very popular rapper amongst the youngins. I don't listen to that stuff. I still listen to old school rap. I know how Blueface look. I know how, what's that other boy's name? The one that's tall and light skinned, that got all the kids. He's cute. I don't really know a lot of these rappers, but I know the name. I'll have to Google him later. Brittany says, it happened to me when I moved into my apartment. I had relatives in the pest control business to spray my apartment. Yup. So a lot of times, maybe the person who had your apartment before, they had these. I actually, yo, you know what's crazy? I just saw a man on TikTok. I'm glad he's tapped in. It's a white guy, but he was tapped in spiritually. He said he's in the pest control business. He said, I always know when the infestation is demonic or if it's just an infestation. He said it's a different smell. I said, ooh, this brother tapped in. Okay. And it is a different smell. It is a different smell, definitely. You can smell the difference. Said when it's spiritual, sometimes no matter how much he sprays, he has to keep going back because it's really that person. He also said how he knew a guy, the guy had a clean house, he had no bugs, and then he got married, the wife moved in, and all of a sudden all kind of bugs started popping out. And he said, that man so bad, your infestation is your wife. Ooh, that's scary. And I'm telling you, my uncle, he moved downstairs. Like I have a 2-level home, so he lives downstairs. And ever since he moved down there, I'm seeing less and less bugs. Like it really has changed a lot. I had to order stuff from Amazon and get stuff out the house, but once in a while, and it's crazy, I will see bugs I had never seen before. That is how scary it is when it's a demon, when it's demonic. When that person is under like possession, you will see some crazy bugs. I have seen bugs in my house I had never even seen outside before because they're coming from different dimensions. That is how creepy it is. I'd be like, what the hell is that? I never seen that before. All different kind of legs and colors and stuff. It's scary. And I just be a spraying and ordering stuff and putting down all this stuff, and they disappear. But after a while, after sometimes 6 months later, they might come back and I got to do it all over again. It's so scary. Good night, Angie. Thanks for joining the live. You saw the guy, right? I was like, oh my goodness. Buddy Guy? Is Buddy Guy a comedian? Is Buddy Guy a comedian? The actor? Nicole says, all my life they've been trying to keep me down. Who been trying to keep you down? The narcissist or the bugs? Or both? Somebody said, can you drop a freestyle in the name of the Lord? No. Why don't you drop a freestyle in the name of the Lord? What? Y'all be having some interesting requests. Oh my goodness, that's interesting. Wow. Dropping a freestyle in the name of the Lord. Oh, that's his name, Buddy. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's nice. I thought that was the comedian's name. Oh, that's cool. What was he doing in your job? No, I don't have Snapchat. I have TikTok. My TikTok is metaphysical goddess, the number 7. Yeah. Metaphysical goddess, the number 7. You can follow me on there. I don't do Snapchat. I'm an old head. I'm 42 years old. What would I be doing with a 42-year-old be doing with a Snapchat? I'll leave that for the young people. Oh, okay. That's good. I'm glad you got the chance to connect with him. I've been like seeing people's face in my mind and then like they pop up, or they try to contact me. Has that been happening with y'all? Yeah, I'm not too old for social media, but Snapchat, I feel like it's for teens and people in their 20s. I use social media. I have a burner page on Instagram. Then I have TikTok. I got YouTube. That's social media, you know. Um, but Snapchat, that's like teenage stuff. Even 10 years ago, I didn't use Snapchat. I never got into it. Oh, he's a Leo? I didn't know he was a Leo. Oh wow. Yeah, it's just so weird. That's happening very fast. I'm noticing. And I'd be like, why is this person in my mind? Or if you are thinking about somebody, they're probably thinking about you. That's their way of telepathically connecting to you. Another thing I'm noticing is they'll come to my mind, and then I'll get online and they'll be like, recommend this person. I'm like, what the hell? Why are they popping up? I think that is just so interesting. It's just getting more and more, closer pretty much. But it kind of just lets me know that the person's going to contact me or they're on their way, basically. I've been seeing a lot of angel numbers too. I saw the number 88. So I went to my Cash App and it said I had $88 exactly. There was no cents or nothing. It said 88.00. Then that same day, I went to the grocery store. And you know how they take your bag when you go into the grocery store because they don't want you stealing. And he handed me the number. And when I looked, the number said 88. So I said, whoa, what the hell is that? So when I went to go look up 88, 88 was a good number. It really was. It was showing alignment, abundance, favor is coming. It says something else too, but go Google it later and look up what it said about 88. But I was just like, whoa. And I usually see 888, but I usually never see 88. So when I looked it up, I said, whoa, because at first I saw it and they were talking about Hitler and all this stuff, because 88 used to represent Hitler because it was the H is the eighth letter of the alphabet and all. I was like, whoa, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But when I looked at it, it was showing like alignment and, power and stuff like that. So I need to be more trustworthy in the universe, pretty much. I don't know what life path 7 means, but I am life path number 8. And number 8, we are the manifestors, okay? Right? It's given the Lion's Gate. You can find all of that online. I don't know nothing about other people life path number, but I know about my life path number 8. What Brittany says is given Lionsgate portal 888. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I was like, whoa, how did I see that? That's so interesting. So I was really happy because I've been a little nervous because I'm about to be unemployed soon. Oh, I actually passed by my old job today, and I saw a couple of my old coworkers. They look old. Keep in mind, I just left this job June 2024. They look old. 2 women was fully gray. Fully gray. I said, are y'all okay? They said, yeah, why? I said, because last year y'all wasn't fully gray. I couldn't believe it. One girl said, she's autistic. She said, you know what? You just left. You didn't even say nothing. I said, I sure did, and I would do it again. And 2 of the managers, they bust out laughing. And because I sure did. I called one day and said, yeah, I'm not coming back. And that's how I quit the job, because they was playing with my money. They was being racist there. But anyway, I actually saw the guy that I used to be like work besties with. He was loss prevention, security there. And he was walking and I saw him and I'm like, hey, what's up? We hugged, we talked. He had a baby last year. Him and his woman had a baby, so he showed me pictures. His daughter was born August 6th, and I remember before his daughter was born, I said, she's going to be a Leo. He was like, she's supposed to be born in Cancer season. I said, nope, she's going to be born in August, and she's going to be a Leo, and she did. She's born August 6th, and he showed me pictures of her and stuff like that. He said he just put in his 2 weeks. So I said, oh, okay, I guess it was meant for me to stop by here so I can say goodbye to you. You know, I didn't exchange numbers with him because he's in a relationship, and you know, I'm not going to do that. But, you know, we hugged, and I told him where I work, and he said he's about to go work at Amazon. He don't want to work there anymore, so he's going to Amazon. And I just wished him, you know, luck. But he looked defeated spiritually, and I think I needed to see my old coworkers. You know, a lot of times, you know, people do you dirty, and you see where they are spiritually within the whole year. I'm like, damn, they look beat up. You know, even he don't look good. He looked really skinny. He looked defeated spiritually. He kind of looked like happy for me in a sense, but like not jealous, but kind of like, damn, I wish I was in her position. That type of thing, you know. But it was good to see people from my past today, even though they did me dirty. You know, it's all good. It really showed me, like, you know, you moved forward and God blessed you, and they still there stuck in that horrible job and, you know, that cycle. But I was really, really happy. He said he put his 2 weeks in last week, and I wish him the best, pretty much, you know. Yup. You said it's people's spirit that's making them look old. It is. I think Snapchat, Nicole says, I think Snapchat pays good for creators. You should look into it. Oh, no. I'm hanging out my jersey, y'all. I'm hanging out my jersey. Guys, guess what? It will make 10 years on October 10th. 10. It will be 10 years that I've been on YouTube. Your girl is hanging up her jersey. All right. Y'all better watch these videos over and over again. All right. 10. I'm probably going to, I don't know, do a little celebration here in New York or something like that. If there's any supporters who want to meet up in October, you know, for dinner or something like that, you know, just chill or whatever, karaoke, do something fun together, that would be fun, you know. But yeah, 10. I got an email from YouTube the other day that said, you know, your 10th anniversary is coming up on October 10th. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I started, you know, 10. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. 10. Nah, Snapchat ain't getting none of my light. Yeah, User K, you must be new. I got tons of gang stalking videos on my channel. Check my channel out. I got tons of narcissistic videos. I got gang stalking videos. You'll love it. That's how I started out on my channel, with narcissism, talking about gang stalking, chosen one videos. You'll really enjoy my videos. My catalog is pretty good. Nicole says, years ago, my ex used to be in my dreams, and then he reached out. Yeah, they'll come in your dreams too. I sucked back in thinking it was a sign. Yeah, don't be nope. When you be thinking about people or they in your dreams, I'll be like, you better leave me the hell alone. You better get away from me. You know, that's them telepathically trying to reach out to you. He did me so wrong and lied so much, I remembered why I originally left. Good. That's stress aging them. Yeah. I mean, the two white women, they was completely gray. Guys, it's only August 2025. I left that job June 2024, and they was gray. I said, girl, you okay? She said, yeah, why? I said, how are you fully gray? She said, I don't know. I found 2 gray hairs, guys. I finally got 2 gray hairs. I don't know if you can see it. They in there somewhere. I found a gray hair here, and I found a gray hair over here. I was so excited because I had no gray hair. I love my little 2 gray hairs. I was like, oh my God, I got my wisdom. I didn't pluck them out. I left them. But I mean, it was fully gray. And one of this, that girl, I think she's 28, 28, 29 with fully gray hair. I said, what the hell? The other lady, she's in her 50s, her late 50s, maybe 60, fully gray. I was like, God, I said, y'all letting this job stress shell out? Jesus. No, thank you. They look horrible. I did not. You got gray hairs already, Brittany? Wow. I don't even really think, I don't even know. Sometimes it's genetic. It's genetic. My mom, I remember my mom being in her 40s and she only had like 1 or 2 grays too. So it's genetic for me too. I remember like, where's my mom's gray hair? Because I remember like all my other friends' moms having gray hairs. And I was like, is my mom dyeing her hair? But she wasn't. The only time she did, even when she like dyed her hair blonde, when it grew out, I never saw gray hairs. I was like, where's her gray hairs at? So I don't know, 42 is a good age. When I went to go wash my hair the other day and I was like, ah, I was screaming, like I was so excited because I was like, how come all my friends have grays and I don't? Like, what's wrong with me? Like, I don't have no wisdom. I think I manifested the gray hair. I better chill out. I better chill out. I was screaming. Trey says, I had 2 dreams about an old friend. Then she popped up in my people you may know. Yes, that happened to me too. I keep seeing people from my past and the people who you may know. Like, what? What are they doing there? You said I blocked that page so quick. We ain't doing that, baby. Exactly. Some of them I blocked and some of them I just left, pretty much. Amber says the dreams of the people I cut off have been so extreme lately. Like, oh my God, what is this about? Nothing. Some people just want to come back. I'm telling you, people didn't do the spiritual work. They are lonely. They are bored. They are horny. They didn't do the healing work and they coming back for blood. They coming back to drain you, to play you, to use you, to abuse you. Don't fall for it. I'm telling you. Brittany says, I got a few. It runs on my dad's side. Yeah, most of the time it's just genetic. Amber says, Angelique, when you told me my grandfather still had light in his eyes, I literally started bawling. Aw, did you cry? I'll never forget that. Thank you. You're very welcome. Yeah, he really did. Some people are not all dark and not all light. I have light and darkness. I feel like that's a balance. When I used to have all light, I couldn't protect myself. Just like God is not all light. God has darkness, to their energy as well. That's why God sent that flood and wiped our asses out before. That is darkness, right? So you have to have balance, so, but yeah, I did see light in his eyes. I didn't see, a bad person per se. Just because somebody has, issues with depression or dealing with their emotions or trauma doesn't mean they're a bad person. It means they're imbalanced. You're welcome. But you know what? You can't control that, Amber. People, that's his soul contract. You got to focus on your soul contract because there's nothing that you can do to help him. You know what I'm saying? He has to, that's his responsibility with his soul contract. You just got to make sure that you are a better person. I hate how my hair looks so thin right there. It's like, once I go natural, my hair just gets like a baby. Oh my goodness, it's so annoying. You looking like I got a bold spot. I hate that. And my edges have always been like that. It's not a bold spot at all. It's just I got baby hairs. Even in my kid pictures, that's there and that's there. Oh my gosh. But yeah. All right. It was great talking to you. Hopefully you got some encouragement from me. Some information. Hopefully I cleared up what happened with my birthday. I got in my business tonight, and thank you again to everybody who gave me a birthday blessing. Thank you so much. Thank you even to those who wanted to but couldn't afford to. I am so thankful for you for being able to do that. That's not easy. Some people wanted to and they couldn't, What Amber say? Facts. I feel like he has a high spiritual rank and he's definitely protecting me from losers. Yep. He really implanted that wisdom in you so you can go along your path. You just got to be obedient to the wisdom that he gave you. But yes, thank you everybody for tuning in to my live. I got to get out of here. It's after 1 o'clock in New York City. And I need a Scooby snack, and I think I'm a knockout in a little bit. I have to have some more wine. But have an amazing September. I probably will not be back on live until September. I have a whole week off, the first week of September. So I'll make it my business to come back on live in September. Yeah, I'll come back then. All right. Good night, everybody. I love y'all. Stay safe and have a great week. The last of August and, the wrapping up of summertime. All right. And we'll talk soon. Peace.